Good morning, folks. Welcome to another behind the season vlog. We got a special guest on today's vlog. Check it out. Who's this?
Hey guys, I'm from the internet.
Shed Crazy from the internet's with us, and we've been planning an elk hunt for years to go on an elk hunt together where we both have tags, and we finally made it happen. So today is scouting. We wanted to bring you guys up to the mountain with us. We're cruising up on the Can-Am side-by-side, and today we're looking for bulls. It's Friday and tomorrow is opening day, so let's go find some bulls so when Matt rolls in, we know where they're at. Check this out, guys. There's a lot more snow than I was expecting up here. This is a good amount of snow, and I'd say we're not at like the highest peak of this mountain range, but we're back here deep, and it's gonna take us about 15 minutes to get to a little ledge where we can glass, and fingers crossed we can find some bulls. This snow could be a game changer for where we find them, because it's a lot.
Yeah, it's deep.
I don't know, maybe the bulls are pulling off the mountains and dropping elevation. We'll find out today. That's an elk, at least. Yeah, that's an elk. Probably a bull. Huge bull. Look at that. We've been here like 15 minutes, guys, and no joke, well over 100 elk have been spotted already. But I wanted to kind of throw in a quick tip for people who are new to hunting elk, especially in the later seasons. There's a big difference between deer and elk this time of the year. Deer are kind of scattered. Like, for example, I can see a group of 4 right there. There's 2 right there. There's another group of 5 over there. But the elk, the majority of the elk, are going to be herded up into these big winter herds. And this is a perfect example of that. There's well over 100 of them right here. Mixture of bulls, cows, and calves. Some of the bulls are still kind of bumping the cows around. Shed just glassed another group of elk, so we're going to take a peek at those. But this group has got some legal bulls, some bulls that we would be stoked on shooting, so we're dropping a pin on OnX. But again, when you're scouting for or hunting late season elk, you want to, they're not just going to be in every single canyon. So a big tip is just to get a big picture and glass from afar. That's exactly what we're doing. We have an amazing view right here, and we're seeing elk. 1 herd, 2 herds, hundreds of thousands of acres, but only 2 herds. So if you miss those 2 herds, you'd probably think there's hardly any elk here. But anyways, get some footage right here on the Ollin, trying to pick apart which ones of these are bulls. There's definitely some 5 points that I'd be happy to shoot in this group, so it's looking pretty good. I'd say that was a successful morning glassing. Yeah. Ben told me the biggest obstacle is finding the elk. It's like the easiest part.
I think the odds are up. I think I'll increase them from a 50-50 to a 51-49.
There we go. We're making progress.
Yeah. So
we saw plenty of bulls. They're kind of hanging with the cows, the ones that we saw. We're getting out of here because we're a ways in here and it's starting to snow again. So we're gonna head back to town, get some breakfast, and talk to Matty. So him and his dad are driving out the team lodge, and with this storm, I'm not sure how far up some of these roads we're gonna get that giant trailer. So we're gonna spend the afternoon scouting out camping spots. This is wild, like 16 inches of snow up here, 10,000 feet of elevation. This is a true late season elk hunt. It's gonna be a good one.
Well, we are on our way to meet up with Eric and Ben, and we had a road closure due to a snowstorm. So it's currently 12:30 a.m. and we're still 2 or 3 hours from where we were gonna meet up. The snow's just got too bad. We're tired. We've been driving for like 8 hours, and we're gonna hunker down for the night.
Well, guys, we're huffing and puffing. It's last light. You guys saw the work that Ben and I put in to scout. Well, we found a lot of elk, but unfortunately opening day was socked in and we didn't want to commit to go 5 miles, so Matty Ice is here. He's behind the camera. Him and his dad got to camp, set the camp up, and good for them, man. They're like, we're gonna go buzz the roads. And Shed and I we're pretty relaxed. They come screaming back like, I don't know, 20 minutes later is all, legal bull, legal bull. So we want to share some of the behind the scenes stuff with you guys like we promised. Shed just shot a bull. So
Day one, baby. We our plans all got thrown to the wind with the weather, and we just had to make the best of it. And because of Matty Ice, we did her.
Yeah.
Found the bull and got him killed. So that's 1 out of 3 done. We got a beautiful week ahead of us to get these guys' tags filled, and it's gonna be a fun watch. So don't go anywhere.
yeah, this was a wild one, guys. There were multiple trucks that had stopped looking at these elk. And I think we were just the first ones to make a plan and commit to it and go, and paid off. All right, guys, we got a lot done in a short amount of time. It's only like 7:15 p.m. and we've got a full body elk back to camp right here at the team lodge. All thanks to the Can-Am, the winch. We had to pull them across the river. It's been pretty wild out here, guys, but this has been a fun hunt, and it's just getting started. So we've got 2 more tags and another week to get it done, and we're just gonna be out here hunting elk in snow, freezing cold temps. This is pretty gnarly stuff. Taking care of Ben's bull right here at camp. Gonna get the skin off him to cool him. You guys wouldn't believe how much heat is trapped inside, even with his guts removed. But tomorrow morning is what we're considering opening day for Matty Ice and I. 2 tags. We're freaking pumped, man. This is one heck of a way to start this hunt, and I'm stoked for Ben. So butchering, and then what do we got, like T-bone steaks inside the team lodge. It's just an awesome camp, guys. It's gonna be fun. We're gonna show you as much as we can behind the scenes. But again, our Sunday films are dropping. This one's gonna be one of them. So make sure you guys tune in on our Sunday films when they drop.
How are we looking? How are you guys looking? How am I looking? Guys, welcome back. Whoa. A little hot right there. Hold on, let me fix this. There we go, coming into focus now. How are we doing, guys? Welcome back to another behind the season vlog. We are on a new adventure. It's gonna look a little different. We are hunting whitetails for the next 5 days, and we just got here to the property. Say hi to Bmack. Hey guys. Hopefully this camera work gets better. Yeah, we just got down here. We were with our good buddy Sam Seaton from Infinite Outdoors. We'll talk about that later. But we're gonna go check out this property that we are gonna be hunting for the next 5 days. Property owner's gonna go show us the stands, and we got some trail cameras we're gonna set up, do some of those things, but just kind of get a lay of the land. So anyways, welcome back to the BSY vlog, behind the season vlog, and come hunt some whitetails with us.
We're working on something or another, so.
We are getting a couple extra game cameras ready. So and try these in some new areas. There's already some out here the landowner put out, but we're gonna set like a rub imitation. I don't know. You're the whitetail guy, but we're gonna throw these on it and see what happens.
Definitely not the whitetail guy. That's why I'm probably wanting to do this.
Yeah, I don't know anything about whitetail. I chase mule deer, so this is all an experience.
Where's your head at? What are you thinking?
We are definitely novice whitetail hunters, but it's to me it's intriguing. I've done it a few times in the Midwest and a couple times in Texas. And there's something special about being in the Midwest in the fall. I don't know what it is, but it's exciting. And there's just the whole strategy, the wind element, the approach that we haven't done a lot with, you know, like out west. Man, get the wind right and do a lot of glassing, cover country, look at, you know, take advantage of the elevation and stuff. And then out here, it's just so much different, so much more strategic. So like always, make a lot of phone calls to our buddies that are really good whitetail hunters, trying to learn from some of their thoughts and ideas. Sharing like the OnX property map of where we're at and just getting feedback like, hey, how would you guys approach this stuff? So we brought some tree saddles, we brought some trail cameras, brought some mock scrape stuff, probably some scent away, you know, some rubber boots. We'll see what happens. It's a good time to be in the woods though. Like all my friends that are out hunting right now, they're seeing activity. Bucks are starting to get kind of like further and further into that rut phase where they're just really dumb. So with any luck, we'll be able to see some of that, fling an arrow or two at a deer and have a great time.
You think this is a pretty good spot, Mitch?
Yeah, this is a 4-way. I've had my best action here.
Really?
Yeah.
So you think I should get this spot?
Yeah, I do.
Heck yeah.
because they kind of come from everywhere here.
Yeah.
So this is definitely one of my best two-man stands.
Heck yeah. So Mitch is the landowner. So we booked this hunt through a company called Infinite Outdoors. Well, that's what Sam does. He owns Infinite Outdoors. So I'll have him explain to you what Infinite Outdoors is, what they do, how you guys can utilize it. But literally, we learned that you can buy leftover deer tags in Nebraska where we're at. And then we got on Infinite Outdoors and found a place that looked good that we wanted to go hunt and booked a hunt. So it's a DIY deal, but we're basically just leasing this land from Mitch for the next 5 days, which is freaking awesome. But as you can see, he's pretty dialed. Mitch has killed some really nice deer here on the property, and he's got, I think we've checked like 4 different tree stands already. He's got a couple of these elevated stands, some box blinds, so it should be a fun 5 days.
Hey, I'm Sam Seaton here. I'm the co-founder and CEO of Infinite Outdoors, which, for those of you unfamiliar, is a conservation access platform that I kind of developed out of my own kind of found necessities as someone who grew up on a ranch but also loves all forms of hunting. So the point of the Infinite Outdoors app is to help kind of give some autonomy back to landowners, to not have to lease away their rights to someone who's then just going to jack the prices up again and kind of close off access. Want to claw that that power back to the landowners, but in exchange inserting a component of conservation to it. And through that, we require every landowner that's accepted to our platform to work with our biologists, help set conservation, harvest quotas, just do different projects, all sorts of things like that, as well as help to open up a new market for those DIY hunters that want that private land experience, but don't necessarily want to pay the overinflated price tags that go with a lot of outfitted hunts. So that's kind of how Infinite Outdoors was born. It's a very, very easy to use app. Simply just download the Infinite Outdoors app or go to infiniteoutdoorsusa.com, and from there you can browse properties. Every single property has to be accepted to the platforms, vetted by our biologists, has rest days, all that, and it's as easy as reading those bios, you know, finding what you really want to hunt, and then just booking it. It all downloads to your app. You get offline maps, the landowner's rules and regulations. So you just book it and you show up and you hunt, and that's how we came across this property here. It's my first time on it. Casey's first time. We just knew we wanted to go Midwest whitetail hunting, picked a spot on the map, and here we are.
So this is one of the spots he used to have a camera on. He doesn't have one on now, so we're gonna set one of our stealth cams up here. But this place looks dope. Like, we've seen a ton of deer sign, a lot of tracks, a lot of not overly fresh, but quite a few scrapes. But we're just kind of getting the lay of the land right now, just dropping all these tree stands he has on OnX, so we kind of know where we're going, and just depending on the wind, what we'll be doing tomorrow. But yeah, this guy's dialed. He's got a lot of stands, a couple box blinds, but legit.
Group of trees, you know, where Kobe stand, and it kind of goes out and then makes a new line of trees.
Hopefully you guys know how novice we are at whitetail hunting. We just don't have a lot of opportunity where we live, obviously in Idaho and Utah, but the few times we've done it and come out to the Midwest, I think it's one of my favorite types of hunting. It's a lot different, obviously. It's way more strategic, like you should be more strategic. You gotta play the wind, all those things, but we're learning, okay? We're learning about it. Super excited about this week. It should be a fun time. Should learn a lot. Hopefully kill a couple deer while we're out here. What made you choose this spot?
Just a good game trail, travel corridor coming right through here. There's a couple rubs over there, rubs out here, so I feel like it's a likely area of traffic.
Last time it rained?
2 days ago.
Okay. So all these tracks within 2 days.
Let's do it.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So just right at 20?
Yeah, like 20 and a half.
Which one are you shooting at, Casey?
I'm gonna shoot that bottom right one. Oh yeah. Alright guys, we're setting this ground blind up. Definitely fresh tracks. It rained a day ago, 2 days ago, and there's fresh tracks coming right into this cornfield. We got out, set this blind, and you can see there's a fresh scrape right behind us. So for you whitetail guys out home, tell me what you think about this. This is called supercharged scrape dripper. So basically what it is, scent, which it's not deer scent, I read about it. It's actually like fresh wood, like so when a scrape occurs, when a deer makes a scrape, he goes and nibbles on the end of a hanging branch like that to leave his scent. And so this is actually like supposed to represent like a buck came by and just nibbled, and it, I don't know at this point, I don't know. And then you hang this up, you put the scent in here, okay, fill this up, hang this from the tree, and then that's your new scrape. But it drips only during the day. It can sense, however it does, this technology can sense temperature swings, like so in the day it drips, but at night it doesn't. And it's supposed to, you're supposed to be able to train big bucks not to be nocturnal, so they'll come out and check this during the day because that's when the fresh scent's on it. Sounds kind of like a gimmick to me is the word that's coming to mind, but we're gonna try it. Why not? And I'm gonna probably shoot a buck, 170-inch buck out of the ground blind that we're setting right now. Just calling it right now. Dude, I would bathe in this. It smells like hardwood. It smells like a little bit like urine too. Killing bucks, no big deal. Bucks can come up and put a scent out. Setting up a second ground blind on this spot here. Seems to hold a lot of deer. There's a lot of, trying to get this thing to focus. There's a lot of tracks coming out of these trees. These are all bean fields, and you got a little bit of standing corn. Not, I shouldn't say standing, it's been cut. Still a lot of corn in the field. Anyway, so we're putting up a second ground blind here. So we've got like, I think 3 or 4 different ground blinds, probably 5 or 6 different tree stands, a box blind. We just got to go tonight and decide what the wind's going to be doing. I think it's going to be coming out of the east, which is this way, blowing to the west. So we just got to decide what stands are going to be best for the wind we're going to have. So today we've spent most of the day driving around looking at all the different stands, setting some new stands up. We've just been dropping all these pins on OnX, and so when we get back to the house tonight, we'll make hopefully an educated decision on where everyone should go in the morning. But I'm getting super pumped. We've seen what looks to me like big buck tracks almost everywhere we've went. This farm holds some big deer. They've killed a handful of deer over 160 in the past. It really hasn't been hunted, archery hunted, for the last, I think, 2-3 years maybe. So everything's looking good. Well, boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen at home, I'm doing something that I don't do very often anymore. That's gut an animal, because we typically aren't in a position to gut them or get them back to the truck whole, but here in Nebraska we have that opportunity, which is pretty phenomenal. And yes, if you're asking, I'm gutting a deer. That means I found some success today. Maybe we'll show you guys a little sneak peek, but it's day number 3 out here in Nebraska, and it's been absolutely phenomenal. Sam killed a deer yesterday. On day 2, I killed a buck today. And Bmack's the only one that's left that has a tag, and we still have 2.5 more days. So this is by far the best whitetail hunting I've ever seen, and I've been to some pretty cool places like Kansas, Missouri, but the dates worked out absolutely perfect. These bucks are definitely rutting, and it's been fun to say the least, that's for sure. But so we're gonna gut this bad bear. I'm gonna mount it. I'm gonna tell you guys that much. So we gotta be careful with this hide. But yeah, I just don't gut deer very often because we're always in the backcountry and we gotta quarter them up. But it's a good skill to know, so it's good to sharpen up on it every once in a while, you know. My son would call these nut snacks. Boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen, what are we doing? We're still out here in Nebraska. Been a fantastic few days so far. Me and Mr. Sam Seaton over here have had a pretty lax day because we are tagged out. I kind of like teased it a little bit yesterday. I feel bad, so I'm going to show you guys this real quick. Pretty stoked, to say the least. I've hunted whitetails probably 7 or 8 times in my life, and I shot the biggest whitetail in my life yesterday morning. So I shot this buck yesterday morning at 22 yards, and pretty awesome. I don't even know what he scores or anything, but dude, look at this. It's big old banana beam. Anyway, that is my 2024 Nebraska deer, and I'm super stoked about it. The other thing I wanted to talk to you people about is this guy right here. I don't know if you guys have heard about this guy, but this, as of November 12th, this is up for grabs, guys. This is a giveaway truck that we built earlier this year, and just like all of our previous other giveaways, all you have to do is go to our store or get on our app, our mobile app, purchase you anything between November 12th, December 13th, and your name will be in the hat to win this Bad Bear pick 'em up truck. So I'll just show you guys a couple things on it. If you haven't seen the video, we put up a full build video, so I'll link that down below. You can go watch the whole build video, but I absolutely love this truck. I have a 2022 Toyota Tundra. This is a 2016 Toyota Tundra that we bought, and this thing was as stock as you can get in a Tundra. It was a pavement princess for sure. We bought it because it was only owned by one gentleman, an older gentleman. It only had 55,000 miles on it when we bought it. For 2016, that's pretty wild. Very well taken care of. So we knew the inner workings of the truck were good. But what we truly wanted to do, what we did, I feel like we nailed it, was we wanted to make everything that we did to this truck, we wanted to make sure it had a purpose. It had hunting purpose to it, because that's what we were calling this, the ultimate hunting rig. We truly did all the upgrades that I could think of to give you everything you'd possibly need out on a hunting trip, camping trip, anything like that. So anyway, I was just going to show you a couple things. So we worked with the company, one of the first companies that we reached out to is GFC. You guys know, if you've been watching our channel for a while, GFC, all of us have GFCs on our personal trucks because they are simply amazing. So basically what it is it's like a topper, camper shell, whatever you call them. And so I've always rocked shells on my trucks just so you can store a lot of things. Oh, look at, there's Sam's buck. But you can store everything on your way to a hunting trip inside, keep it dry. You know, you're not getting all your hunting gear soaking wet, plus no dust in it. So it's this super awesome camper shell. But what we love about it is it's a pop-up tent on top. You guys hunt like we do, especially elk hunting in the West. You know, we're kind of run and gun. And a lot of times, even having like a spike camp somewhere can kind of take away from it, because we'll end up sometimes hours away from that spike camp, and then we'll have to drive an hour or so back to spike camp. Anyway, long story short, literally all you do is throw a sleeping bag in the back, and you have camp with you at all times. So all you do is pop this open like that, like that. And camp is set. So come with me here. All right, so there we are. We are inside the GFC, but yeah, as you can see, it's just a super nice, comfortable tent. This is the brand new GFC that just came out, so that it has an upgraded tent. They changed the tent design, thought behind this new design of the tent. This is a more comfortable pad now, and then it has full lighting system inside here that you can either hook up hardwire it to your truck or just has a battery pack. So anyway, I'm standing inside the bed of my truck, so in the morning I just pop that one cushion out. I can have all my camo inside, get dressed standing up where it's warm, because you can put a buddy heater down below. Anyways, one of the many things we did to the giveaway truck to make it the ultimate hunting rig was to put this GFC on it. And truly, guys, I've had mine for a year and a half, and I use it a lot. Me and my two boys sleep very comfortable, just so you understand size, but me and Gage and Winston sleep very comfortable together in the back of the GFC. Another company we worked with on this ultimate hunting rig, I want to show you real quick, is actually a local company to where I live. They're out of Idaho Falls, which is like 40 minutes away from my house, and it's CBI Off-Road. So CBI Off-Road basically they make armor for your pickup. They make bumpers, front, rear bumpers, they make skid plates, rock sliders. This is the swing arm adventure bumper. And the reason we decided to go with this is, you know, you can put a spare tire here, you can put a gas tank, water tank, whatever you want to store on there. Plus this is like a little kitchen. You can drop this down, put your stove on it. Same thing with this, but they'll lock out like this. And then, dude, you got a camp, you got awesome camp that you can literally put away in 10 minutes, take out in 5 minutes. So pretty cool. Like I said, everything we did to this ultimate hunting rig had purpose in mind, had hunting in mind. Like, we wanted everything to have a purpose to make this thing the ultimate hunting rig. Again, I think we did it. So this is a front bumper we put on from CBI. As you can see, it's just super hardy, heavy duty bumper that you're not going to scratch, you're not going to break. You could probably hit a herd of elk and not ruin your front end of your truck. Plus, you know, better points to pull things out, pull yourself out. Put a brand new Warren winch on this thing. It's rated for 12,000 pounds, I think. I don't know. So we got a Warren winch. Dude, this thing, we got it lit up with all the extra lights. I don't know what these are called. They're ditch lights maybe. And then, yeah, the Princey rack actually on top as well. So the same people that own CBI, who did the bumpers, own, if you ever heard of Princey racks, they make roof racks for your truck. So again, we put this Princey rack on here so we can store things up here. Like, it's got this case up here that we can put rifles, shotguns, your bow in. It's just, we got a foam inside that we got to cut out to match whatever. And then we got these traction boards up here, which help if you get stuck. You can put them under your tire that's spinning and get yourself unstuck. But yeah, so again, roof rack has a lot of purpose. Got lights here even too on the Princey rack. And then all those lights are controlled by this thing, which I think is pretty cool. So this S-Pod controls all those lights we got on. So just pop that on, then hit these switches to turn all those lights on. Which I shouldn't be doing because we're trying to find deer. Anyway, guys, I need to get glassing for deer. But I just wanted to show you real quick. If you guys haven't heard, we are doing the ultimate hunting rig giveaway right now as we speak. Go to the store, purchase you anything. Every dollar spent is one entry to win the ultimate hunting rig.